Welcome to IIUM Nightingale, Kalau Malam Bulan Mengambang, episod 1, musim yang ke-8. Pejam celik untuk siapa yang setia dengan Nightingale, Nightingale sudah pun di musim yang ke-8. So together with me, we got 3 lovely and glorious guests, namely first, Dr. Nadiha. How do you do, Doctor?
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm good, thank you Aqil.
Alhamdulillah. Alright, we also have a pair of twins, Syasya and Aisyah. How are you guys doing?
Hello, Assalamualaikum. We're doing good. Yes, we're doing fine also. Yeah. What about you?
Good. Alright. Alhamdulillah, I feel deva. So our audience may be wondering who are actually our guests.
I feel like Aqil's punya connection is not doing okay. And I'm not sure who is watching currently. Yes, I hope he comes back online soon. Also, right now I think we are the host now.
Dia ni masuk balik kot. Okay,
So macam ni, should we host?
So Dr. Nadiha, apa khabar? Yeah, I think we should just start by yourself.
Okay, I think we should just host the show. Good, thank you. How are you, the twins? This is my first time jumpa you guys online, virtually of course. So I'm just so glad. I'm so nervous to meet this two young ladies. I'm already macam dah berumur sikit kan, so I'm just a bit nervous.
Nampak muda sangat. Macam we feel so honoured lah dengan dapat satu
je.
doktor. Doktor. Betul. Glad to meet you juga, walaupun virtually.
Do you have class tomorrow?
So sekarang tak nak panggil. Yeah, we actually have class tomorrow.
Really?
Ada class also. Yeah. So macam assignments pun ada and slowly lah tengah buat assignment. Yeah. Quite hectic juga lah schedule, but kan kena pandai manage time.
Yes, exactly. Kena pandai manage. Apa?
Nak adjust semuanya? Adjust doktor ke?
Panggil Nadiha cukup. Okay je. I feel comfortable if you just call me by name.
Oh, Nadiha je? Okay je?
Hi, Aqil, finally.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Hi,
sorry, I'm so sorry, the internet connection. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We just thought that we would just host the show.
Alright, so okay, so let us start again. Maybe like our audience may be wondering who are actually our guests today. So you can start first with Dr. Nadiha. Maybe Dr. Nadiha can share with us your full name, umur, your education background, and currently what are you doing? Silakan, Doctor.
Okay, thank you Aqil. After he's gone for a bit. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadiha binti Raub. Currently, I'm 27. I was born in Kelantan, basically, but I move a bit here and there. Sometimes I'm in KL, and currently I'm in Johor. I work here. I graduated in 2018, Bachelor of Dental Medicine and Surgery from Tantan University, Egypt. So it's been 3 years already since my graduation. It feels so long. So currently I am working as a general dentist in the government sector. My service 1.5 years already, I think, in the service. Yeah, I think that's all. That's a bit about me.
Okay. That's awesome So basically bersama kita hari ni adalah seorang general dentist. So apapun, congratulations doctor for your recent marriage in February. Semoga Dr. Nadiha dan
Thank you.
pasangan kekal bahagia ke jannah insya-Allah.
Thank you.
And not to forget
Thank you so much.
our next guest, Syasya and Aisyah, who are Korea. They are also a vlogger. So if you watch their YouTube channel, their trademark is Annyeong 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 Syasya. Saya pun one of their subscribers. So Syasya and Aisyah, now maybe it's your turn to tell us your name, your age, and if you are currently studying, so in which university, in what course, and I think the audience also want to know siapa kakak dengan siapa adik sebenarnya. Lebih kurang je. Sila Syasya and Aisyah.
Okay. Semua, and thank you so much for IIUMTV, pihak Nightingale, for inviting us to this talk show. We are very glad to meet you guys, although virtual, and we hope today kita akan dapat a lot of beneficial insights lah from Dr. Nadiha juga, and a very good discussion. To introduce myself is Syasya. You can just call me Syasya. Everyone call me Syasya. And I'm currently studying in Korea, Cheonggi University. I'm in my final year, and my major is Korean language. Very nice to meet you guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh semua. Good evening. Thank you for the organizer and welcome to the viewers for joining this program. And we're very glad to be here with you all today. My name is Aisyah. Currently in my final year as well, and majoring in Korean language and literature. And expected to graduate next year, early next year. Yeah. So untuk saya kakak, Aisyah kakak. Saya adik.
I want to twin as well.
That's amazing. So congratulations by the way Syasya and Aisyah for almost reaching 43k subscribers on YouTube.
Thank you so much.
So bukan kaleng-kaleng kita punya tetamu pada hari ini. Dua kita boleh sebagai social media influencer yang belajar di luar negara, which is sangat-sangat sesuai dengan today's topic, which is overseas undergraduate access of cultural differences. So alright, let us begin with the first question. As we know, Dr. Nadiha, Syasya and Aisyah belajar overseas, right? So jadi I'm sure pasti ada perbezaan yang mungkin dari segi suasana, jadual waktu dan masa pembelajaran berbanding di Malaysia. So maybe you guys can share with us the thrill of studying. Let us start with Dr. Nadiha first.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Aqil. I'll start first with differences studying in Egypt lah mostly. Okay, I'm not sure about any other countries, but in Egypt, because my course dentistry kan, so of course kita ada lecture for a theoretical lecture and as well as practical sessions, or we call it clinical section. So during the first 3 years, total years of studying will be 5 years lah. So the first 3 years will be mostly a lot of theoretical and laboratory punya work. So kita orang punya jadual sangat padat, 8 AM until 5 PM, sometimes 6 PM. Every day, non-stop. There's no lunch break or anything. So Kalau you nak lunch ke apa, simply you find time lah during that time in between classes tu kan, between breaks to solat, to makan semua kan. So during that time lah. And then you masuk 4th year and 5th year, we have a lot of clinical sessions more than theoretical lah. So clinical sessions meaning we are in the clinic with patients. So sama juga 8 AM until 5 PM, 6 PM as well. Perbezaan mostly due to apa ni kita panggil seasons lah. So in Egypt, surprisingly, I'm not sure if many of you know, surprisingly, Egypt ada 4 seasons as well. So we have summer, spring, winter and autumn. But the summer and winter tu dia macam terlampau lama sangat sampai you don't notice that it's actually it's spring or it's autumn kan. So but you macam okay macam tu je lah kan. Okay, so the difference will be during the schedule tu lah. Sometimes kalau during summer you 8 AM until 5 PM tu, kalau summer usually day tu lagi panjang kan. So balik pukul 6 petang pun belum maghrib lagi cerah lagi kan. Tapi bila winter je pukul 4 dah maghrib. So waktu tu klinik you belum habis lagi. So macam you bekerja nak balik rumah, you bekerja nak buat patient, you bekerja nak hapuskan patient semua kan. So jadi macam it's a bit ni lah macam huru-hara sikit. Tapi basically my course is almost the same with local students, my colleague yang study locally as well. Yep. So I think that's it.
So itu kalau dekat Mesir very packed. Macam mana pula dekat Korea? Syasya Aisyah?
Oh, okay. So kalau nak tengok macam schedule kan ataupun daily routine kita orang macam since we're students, so we always have macam task at hand tau, macam assignments, and then we're currently right now running an active YouTube channel. So masa pun kena bahagikan dekat situ juga. And then apa lagi, we are doing part-time jobs juga as translator and also interpreter and also subtitlist for various bodies and also other YouTube channels juga. And then apa lagi kita buat, like various things juga ni kita buat. So it's important for us to have proper time, and we are currently on that sebab dah management benda, we tend to lose rest time, we tend to lose our sleep time, and that's not good for our well-being, you know, sebab kita pun dalam final year and we have to always be in optimum state lah untuk belajar and semua benda yang lain juga, sebab all that requires like physical effort and dedication to finish everything in a good way lah. So yeah, it's important to have time management and also to connect with other people, with friends, with our loved ones, because they are our pillars of support, you know. And sebab kita pun banyak spend masa berdua, banyak benda semua kita buat berdua, you know. So in order to like reconnect and keep in touch dengan orang kat luar sana, kita kena macam spend time tu jugalah. Yeah.
Faham. Betul. Alright, thank you for the response. So kita perbezaan dia sangat banyak lah kan kalau kita belajar di luar negara dengan belajar kat Malaysia. So there's totally a huge difference. So maybe we can skip to the next question, which is this question is specially made for Syasya. I have a question like, what motivates you to take the Korean language and literature course?
Sure. Okay, so first of all, kami memang daripada dulu ada interest towards learning language, you know, because learning language to us is like opening a new world out there, because you are studying about in other countries, how they talk and how what about their intonation and how they communicate to each other in daily basis and what so on. So to study further, and because once we started studying the language, we noticed that, oh, this is quite interesting, you know, so why not we just continue. And eventually now we are continuing our studies in Korean language and literature major. So we are in our final year, and basically now what we have to study is, since it's a literature major, it's basically all about theory, about writing, and about analysis and about critical thinking. So we need to study the language. We need to understand the language because our subjects are all in Korean. There's no English at all. So we need to put in double effort compared to the Koreans themselves, because we have to write poems, and then we have to novels, ancient novels, modern novels, and we have to also understand ancient poems and also modern poems. So it takes a lot of time to actually go into that deeply, because we're not Koreans and Korean is not our first language, right? We are and it's not our first language. So we are currently working on that also, and Alhamdulillah, until now, we actually like approach professors, and also we meet our Korean friends, national friends also, you know, just casual hangouts or just anything with this. And they're currently, I mean, some people would think that, oh, study dekat Korea ni susah ke, sebab macam Korea is not a Muslim country and it's not, you know, macam completely different language, completely different culture. So it's kind of, at first pun memang it's very challenging to us juga, because we need to adapt to new situations. But now we are pretty much used to it, and Alhamdulillah everything's going fine here. Sekarang pun tengah spring, so it's basically the weather is very nice. So I like the weather so much. Macam ada like all the spring flowers. Apa nama orang panggil sakura lah, but cherry blossom. So it's really nice right now. And like if you can add macam why yeah, so if I can add, the reason why we would like to further our education overseas is because we would like to experience a different style of education. Sebab macam if we venture into something new, you know, we can dive into that nation's tradition, customs, trends, way of thinking, and saying even, and that's important, and that's crucial in building yourself, into shaping you into who you are today, you know, and how you can contribute to the community, to the society and all. So macam aside from experiencing different style of education, it could help in build career opportunities, it's a career path, you know, and then hone your language skills, and then you can make lifelong friends, you know, sebab orang kat sini kan orang lain dah bercerita kan, muka pun cara hidup semua lain, lifestyle semua lain kan. So if we make friends with them, if we like try to understand from their eyes, from their lens of perspective, it will do good to us juga as a, you know, sebab we come here as our nation ambassador kan. Kita bawa nama Malaysia, bawa nama bangsa, agama, negara semua. So like an exchange of information guys.
Betul. That's very cool actually, sebab macam even me, I even know certain Korean language, Korean phrase like 𝐒𝐘𝐀𝐄 𝐂𝐈𝐆𝐇𝐀, and I believe I pronounce it wrong, but yeah, that's why I ambil Korea. Okay. Next, my question. Oh, thank you. Next, we move on to the next question to Dr. Nadiha. So, to my concern, you chose dental medicine and surgery instead of pursuing to law school. So, Dr. Nadiha, why the sudden change of heart?
Okay. From law to dental, completely different path. And it's really complicated actually. Tapi basically from law to dental, why? Because after I finished my SLC, I did well in SLC and as well as MUAT. So I was eligible to go to law school lah to pursue my degree. But during that gap yang you macam, during that gap duration yang you nak pilih untuk UPU tu, I was like thinking to myself, can I do this? Can I practice? Sebab because like law, it's not simply macam you you boleh terus jadi in-house legal ni ke apa ke tak kan. You need to practice lah kan. Okay, so you need to practice for 9 months if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if I have the courage or if I am built to practice that way. Sebab macam to be honest, I rasa I have a very low confidence in me nak practice apatah lagi berdebat dengan orang, nak macam give out facts about my case walaupun you know that like my fact about this case ni okay dah tip top sangat kan, but it's really hard for me to see myself or imagine myself doing that so macam that's why I decided to do something else, and hence then so that's why I had to start all over again lah. So basically I went to Egypt with my SPM results so I am in science kan, so that's how I could turn my path completely from law to dental because I use my SPM results to apply. So that's how I just feel like during that time I had no confidence at all to practice law. I just cannot picture myself. I just feel like it's a bit hard to do. Sometimes you go force yourself, macam benda you tak buat lagi tapi you dah takut lain macam kan, macam tu lah. But in the end I rasa ada hikmah that I'm here now and I really like what I'm doing. So yeah.
Betul, faham. Okay, thank you doktor. Saya setuju dengan doktor. Dia macam kalau hidup ni kita tak perlu nak rasa stress sangat. Just go with the flow. So insyaAllah ada hikmah dia. So next question, Aisyah and Syasya, maybe you can tell us what part of Malaysia that you guys miss the most, and maybe for Dr. Nadiha, what part of Egypt that you miss the most? We can start first with Aisyah and Syasya.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so this is a very, very interesting question because we are in Korea right now, and of course we are missing Malaysia so much. There's like sometimes we do feel homesick, you know, food, and I think food is the most important thing that we always miss here because Korea they don't really have that much halal food, and it's really hard to find halal restaurants and also halal friendly restaurants. They're starting to develop their halal business for like Muslim tourists and all, but they still don't have much. So you cook our stuff at home if we like have a craving for example, lemak ke or nasi goreng or like nasi ayam merah, and like Ramadan is coming soon. A few days tinggal. So like of course there's like Ramadan kan ada special meals macam bubur lambuk, and then ada apa lagi? Ada kurma, and then ada kuih-kuih, and then and then raya pun nampak ada merah, rendang. So like semua tu memang kita kena masak sendiri lah, memang tak ada dekat sini, susah nak jumpa. And aside from the food, I think I miss the people and also the atmosphere because maybe sebab bila kita cakap pasal atmosphere kan, macam in Korean word it's punwiji ataupun atmosphere, environment. Sebab kan kalau dekat Korea they only have one race and macam they only have macam that's it. Malaysia kita ada Melayu, Cina, India, and then Sabah, Sarawak kan, we together ni under one roof, you know. So masa we tolerate each other, kita belajar pasal perayaan diorang, macam mana they live their life and all. Tapi berbanding dengan Korea, dia ada satu je. So macam the environment is really different in a way that Korean also is known for being competitive tau. Macam they don't really share what they know to people walaupun that person is the one they're close to, because they have this mindset that they don't want other people to be better than them macam tu. Kan kalau dia macam contrast dengan kita tau. Kan kita kan kita yang jenis yang suka nak kongsi, suka nak tahu orang bila do something kan. So
boleh nak semua tahu.
environment is really different. Macam tahu tak apa, macam kita stands here, tak macam dekat Malaysia. So macam lain lah suasana dekat situ. Kadang-kadang kalau kita nak cakap cautious about what we can say, sebab relatively our cultures is different kan. So what we can say and what we cannot say, that too we have to pay a lot of attention to that. Yeah, and another thing is that because Korea ni they have this honorific expression that we don't have. Malaysians tak ada. Macam kena contoh panggil orang yang lebih tua, kena add another like a grammar pronouns lah, something like that. Korea dia orang ada. So like if we cakap dengan orang yang lebih tua, kita kena put that honorific expression in our sentence, and if we don't put it, bad things will happen because they will think that we don't expect that. So thing is also a thing that we need to put effort to learn, because sometimes ada ke like kita terlepas cakap dengan orang tu tapi tak letak that honorific expression. So itu juga adalah satu challenge lah sebelum ni, but right now we are in our 5th year already, so alhamdulillah like everything is going good.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, Dr. Nadiha pula, what part of Egypt that you miss the most?
What part of Egypt? I feel like the fact that it's near to everywhere. It's near to Europe, so it's easier to travel, it's cheaper to travel. I feel like I miss that part the most lah from there. And also because I think Syasya and Aisyah also can relate back in Malaysia, because like during that time, so you with your community je kan dekat dekat overseas, jadinya macam it's always you and your friends, there's no one else, no family apa benda semua kan. So everything you do with your friends, you do all those things macam university punya carnival, everything. So I miss that part lah, it's because you don't get that during working and stuff. And surprisingly, I am very picky about food, but surprisingly I miss the food there. not Egyptian food lah, because I'm a bit ni kan. I just miss the the nightlife there. Pukul 2 pagi pun mall buka lagi. Dia memang takkan tutup selagi orang tak balik. Like they would never hunt. So macam pukul 2 pagi pun ada lagi. It's like coffee. It's like Starbucks coffee but mall style. Dia buka until 5 and all that kind. So I miss that.
Okay, thank you Syasya and Aisyah and also Dr. Nadiha. Now we have some questions for Dr. Nadiha and also Syasya and Aisyah. So right now, younger generation nowadays doesn't seem to take education seriously, and there is a study who revealed that almost 50% of younger generation want to being famous, like involved in YouTube and Instagram influencer ini as their preferred choice of career. So what is you guys' views on this? Let us go first with Dr. Nadiha.
Okay, untuk for the younger generations, I just feel like whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be famous ke, you want to be a vlogger ke, you want to be a blogger, you just want to be simply just do what nowadays and kids nowadays just want to be a YouTuber and all that. And so macam whatever you want to do, always have ilmu lah kita panggil kan, sebab ilmu tu yang membezakan kita dengan orang yang tidak berilmu kan. Jadi you famous tu, you rasa you nak jadi ke apa-apa, kena ada ilmu tu supaya bila you dikenali, contoh bila you dikenali, you dapat memberi manfaat kepada orang lain, you dapat bagi ilmu dekat orang lain. It's not only it's not simply you macam kita just buat challenge and all that kan tanpa apa-apa. You can do all that, you can be fun but also jadi beneficial to other people yang watching you, and you never know how many people out there are watching you and idealizes you and take you as an inspiration kan. So that's I'm not famous, I'm not famous, but I just feel like whatever I do, I nak be beneficial to everyone yang inshallah if there are people looking up to me, they will get something from me lah.
Faham. So basically ilmu bila amal, kash syajar bila samar lah. Macam kan kalau Dr. Nadiha expert in Arabic, so basically ilmu ni penting lah. From what Dr. Nadiha was saying. And then what about Aisyah and Syasya? What's your view on in today's generation?
Okay, first of all, I think that is a very interesting question. So, but this is actually a really new concept because sebelum ni, like 10 years ago and 10 years now, it's very different, although it's only 10 years. Because before this, people used to like meet each other and then do things together. And now we are moving towards a new things to online. People start to like take so much amplitude, sama ada diorang contoh 𝐒𝐘𝐀 and image diorang cantik 𝐒𝐘𝐀 and everything, that kind of stuff. And it's actually very worrying juga, but right now the younger generations are very much moving towards that. Diorang tak berapa macam expose ke hal yang more beneficial or more valuable daripada showing themselves like their face dekat social media, you know, like being famous and being known for being pretty and so on. But I think because there's a lot of people that actually think that being famous equals to success. It's actually not, because success is basically what you define yourself and how it's about your personal endeavors lah. Kalau you think that you really like doing something and then you really push yourself into doing that thing, you put your effort, you put your heart into it, you put your sincerity into it, and then if you achieve it in the end, that's called success. That could be called success for that one person. You know, it's very subjective. Success is not just being famous, you have this 1 million followers. It's not. It's success, and that's why we actually kalau sesuatu tu make sure ada pengisian and also ada something that people could take away from that, not just something yang berat-berat kosong, you know, or anything. For example, kalau pasal studies, if people ask you about how do you survive in a country that is completely different from Malaysia, that is not a Muslim country, and also practices a completely different language and doesn't have those halal food. So it's also in a way it's our responsibility to actually and that is for Malaysian viewers lah, Malaysian viewers and also Malaysian people, Koreans, because we are here right now. We also have the responsibility to show and to demonstrate our good values, our religious values juga kepada mereka, sebab they don't really know about Islam. They're not very exposed to Islam and they're not very exposed to how we live our life every day. So macam kami pakai hijab sekarang, macam Koreans, they're not wearing hijab, they don't know about hijab. So it's our duty indirectly to explain to them why they are wearing this. And also kenapa kita kena solat and everything. So if they ask things like that, we need to do some research also, not just cakap secara rasa kita cakap that shouldn't be the way lah. We should do some research also, because we are bringing our name, our religion name dekat sini, not just ourselves. So it's a very important thing to consider about when we discuss about this being famous and also education, because education shapes how you think. Education shapes how you communicate to people, your manners and everything. It's very important actually, because being famous doesn't guarantee you someone who has like this ilmu lah, macam orang berilmu dan juga orang kita akan dapat notice dia punya and like when we talk about younger generations and also social media, how it has impacted them kan. Memang tak dinafikan ramai antara kita have this tendency to compare ourselves with other people, you know. And how do they compare? They compare with what they see on social media. When they actually know, when they like what people to show on social media is just a tiny little portion of their life that they choose to show. The actual things that they are currently experiencing. So macam the struggles behind that, all the hardships, all the like shortcomings people don't see because they choose to not show that. You know, sebab siapa je nak tunjuk benda-benda yang tak best dekat social media, you know. Of course we want to show the good sides of our lives. And the thing about that is it feel perfect, you know, because when it's actually not. So we as a younger generation, we as the ones living in this, kita kena faham lah that concept and kena like not just depends on people and not just idolize people blindly. We have to know their value and we have to know our values that our parents have been teaching us in small, and like how, and like you have to discover the purpose and also how we want to pursue things, how we want our people to see us, you know. You have to consider everything from all angles because success is subjective and it does not depend only on the amount of followers you have, the amount of subscribers you have. No, it depends on what kind of person you choose to show to the society, and that's what.
Betul. So what can I conclude? Basically, whatever for young generation, including me, kalau you nak jadi apa-apa, jadilah, but make sure it's beneficial. So next we have question for Dr. Nadiha. The question is, maybe like you have some tips to students who want to pursue their studying overseas. Any scholarship opening or the procedure, and what are the do and don'ts? So can you share with us, Dr. Nadiha?
Okay, for some tips here, I think prepare a lot mentally and physically. I'm sure once you those yang memang nak pursue study overseas ni, it has been a long time dream kan. So when it's a long time dream, I percaya yang you mesti dah buat preparation, mana nak cari scholarship if you want a scholarship, and what you need to do, which university you want to go, your university of dream, the courses that you want to pursue kan. Jadinya for scholarship I can say that you just have to you just have to be very kita panggil alert dengan semua opening application tu lah. There are a lot of applications yang ada, some from the company, some from the yayasan, not only JPA and MARA, they are the most famous and but it's not entirely the sole scholars yang boleh bagi dekat you. So you can choose from university. Yang universiti sendiri pun boleh, bank negara and all that. So a lot of things, cannot get one, apply more. So just apply more. And so I think that's it, scholarships kan. And tips tu macam saya cakap tadi, you have to prepare, and I just feel like since you memang nak sangat, just enjoy it. Whatever you do, memang just enjoy your life, enjoy your your studies there. Ingat mak ayah dekat rumah, what you do, you rasa macam malas lah nak belajar hari ni kan. You kena ingat mak ayah dekat rumah, adik-beradik, your loved ones dekat rumah yang trust you and mengharapkan you balik tu, bringing something lah kan, bringing success and stuff, and so so I think that I don't have that much tips lah on studying overseas.
Okay, thank you. Sebenarnya daripada Dr. Nadiha and also Syasya Aisyah, banyak sangat tips yang kita dapat. Jadi mungkin masa dah singkat ni, mungkin Syasya Aisyah dan Dr. Nadiha boleh kongsikan laman like social media, like tiba-tiba maybe ada TikTok ke, So boleh kongsikan, mana tahu ada audience yang berminat nak tahu lebih dalam, so mereka pun boleh follow sekali. Okay, maybe kita start with Dr. Nadiha can share your punya social media, and then Aisyah and also Syasya.
Okay, so you can follow me. My social media, you can find me on Instagram, nadi.kim, NDDOTKIM. It's in my name there. And as well as Twitter, nadi.kim as well. My Facebook is strictly for family and friends. So yeah, you can find me there, you can DM me. I will try to answer as many as I can. So yeah, if you see me outside, you can just say hi. I'll be glad to say hi back.
Alright. Okay. Syasya and Aisyah?
Okay, so we are active on Instagram, YouTube. These are our two main platforms kalau nak post apa-apa. And my Instagram is @Puteri Aisyah MF, PUTERIAISMF. And my Instagram is Syasyashi, SYASYASFII. Yeah, and our YouTube channel is Anyang Aisyah. Korang boleh subscribe sebab we are posting macam every week jugalah sekarang. And tomorrow or a few days after that, we're planning to post again and ada plan untuk shooting lagi. So korang make sure like benda-benda tu semua okay lah. So berapa lagi subscribe?
Subscribe to the twin.
So yang lain semua subscribe juga subscribe, follow semua guys kita pada hari ini. So with that being said, kita punya majlis sudah pun tamat. Thank you kepada Syasya, Aisyah dan Dr. Nadiha sebab sudi melapangkan masa bersama kami. Dan untuk semua jangan lupa ikuti Instagram IIUM TV dan subscribe YouTube channel IIUM TV untuk episod seterusnya. And I think that is all for now. Thank you all for watching IIUM TV. Nightingale, kalau malam bulan mengambang.